open tonight with a fight in the flyweight division. Rambo Russo versus Justin Martinez. Our tale of the tape is presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
And you can see here Rambo Russo enjoying a 3-inch height advantage as well as a 2-inch reach advantage. That's not that much. However, you know Russo wants to stay long the entire time against the power of Martinez.
Martinez told us, I have to be aware when Rambo Russo is on the outside. That's where he will do his best work. I will do my best work on the inside. Round number 1. Very low crouch stance for Justin Martinez. He's in the white trunks.
Sean, he does that so he can explode in just like you see.
Straight up stance now, hitting the overhook. Black and blue trunks, Rambo Russo. Russo listed at 5'6" to Martinez is 5'4". Low stance again.
It really over shows that with that stance. Look how low he gets.
To the inside, there's a big left hand from Russo. Undaunted, Martinez forward to the body.
And I think Martinez is a little hurt at this point.
Swing and a miss with the left hook to the body from Martinez. There's the counter from Russo, left hand. More big swings to the inside from Martinez. Short left hand, separation from Chris Young.
It really exaggerates the difference as look how low Martinez can get.
Overhand right, left hook from Martinez.
Martinez has to be careful. He's winging those punches a little too wide. He's giving himself a chance to get counted.
Martinez taking himself off balance. Russo keeping his composure. Martinez in aggressively again. To the inside, short right hand. There's a right hand in reply from Russo.
And Russo really needs to do a better job of keeping that space. When this is an inside fight, this is not where he wants to be.
Good refereeing from Chris Young. You see the active clinch. Now the inactivity and the separation from Young on the restart. Back to the center circle. 30 seconds remaining, round number 1.
Russo really has to work on some uppercuts. Every time Martinez comes in, his head is open.
Russo understanding that he just punched Justin Martinez in the back of the head. No real complaint from Martinez. Great sportsmanship from Russo. It's like to lay weak fight on, and there is the knockdown.
That's exactly what I was talking about. Martinez coming in with reckless abandonment, throwing wide shots. He got hit with a straight punch.
The count of 8. Mouthpiece in, mouthpiece out. The count of 10, and the win for Rambo Russo.
And Russo did a great job of waiting for the right time. He saw his opponent coming in with wild shots, and that's what I said just before that happened. Martinez has got to be careful coming in with these wild shots. He's opening himself up every time.
Here's Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Chris Young, reaches the count of 10, calling a stop to this fight at 1 minute 56 seconds, round number 1. For your winner by KO, Rambo Russo.
Great job of Russo by staying poised when you have a guy like Martinez coming throwing nothing but fastballs. It's hard to deal with. He did a good job of staying relaxed until he landed that one big punch.
To the middleweight division we go. Our tale of the tape is presented by Blackout Coffee for Jake Bostwick versus Leonardo Carrera.
And Carrera with a 6-inch height advantage, however, only a 2-inch reach advantage. That's not that much for this weight class.
Leonardo Carrera told us, I know Jake Bostwick wants to make this a rugged fight. I have to be smart. I have to be composed when he tries to do so. Round number 1. Silver and black trunks for the Englishman, Jake Bostwick. Brown and white trunks for the Floridian, Leonardo Carrera. A tight striking guard, in and out for Jake Bostwick. There's a short right hand from Carrera. Counter Bostwick just off the mark.
And Bostwick doesn't want to be standing outside and letting his opponent dictate when the fight happens. He does a good job of getting inside, pushing off that back foot, and exploding with hard shots.
Tall stance for Carrera. There's the left hand that sends Leonardo Carrera to the canvas.
Exactly what I just talked about. Pushed off, landed that lead left hook. Beautiful job. Carrera hopped up quick, though.
Mandatory in count given by Andrew Glenn to Leonardo Carrera. We'll see how hard now Jake Bostwick goes.
Well, it didn't look like he hurt his opponent bad.
Knockdown number 2.
There's the power. Jumping in with those powerful shots.
There's the stagger, and there is the win. Just like that for Jake Bostwick.
Wow. And here's that first punch, that first lead left hand right on the chin. Carrera thought he could counter with his own left hand. Not when you get hit on the chin, though. Carrera still hurt. Exact same punch. And you could just see Carrera try to get up. His legs were all over the place. He stumbled.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn, steps in, calling a stop to this fight at 53 seconds, round number 1. For your winner by TKO, brutal Jake Bostwick.
In the cruiserweight division, Julio Perez versus Esteban Rodriguez. The numbers presented by Amnesia Vodka.
And you can see here, Sean, these guys very big for this weight class. 6'4" to 6'3". 1 inch reach advantage for Perez. That's not that much. These two guys massive for this weight class.
And our referee in charge of the action, Sam Burgos.
Esteban Rodriguez told us, I believe that Julio Perez has never been tested in his 3 previous BKFC fights, all wins. I will test him. I will test him on the inside. Round number 1, rapid fire start off of scratch.
Oh my God! No way!
Win, game, set, match. Esteban Rodriguez.
And Rodriguez, he showed power he's not shown before. That was amazing. Combination, he landed a couple shots as his opponent was going down. You just knew he wasn't getting up. That was amazing. He's been off, he's been waiting, he's been calling me constantly wanting to get back in, and he came out and he put on a show. This is exactly what you see from him. Look at that. He hit him, he hurt him, he hit him again. That was unbelievable performance. Right hand, put him down. As he's going down, left hand, followed by another right. Nasty combination. Good accuracy, good speed.
It's that right hand right there,
That
Chris.
did the damage. That put him down, but then he's going down, another left hand, another right, and all that before his knee hit.
We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Sam Burgos, steps in and calls a stop to this fight for the 2nd fastest knockout in combat sports history at 3 seconds. Round number 1 for your winner by KO, Esteban Mohawk Rodriguez.
We open our BKFC78 main card with a bout in the lightweight division. Gaston Reyno versus Milton Volter. The numbers presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
And although Volter only has a 1 inch height advantage, it's a significant 8 inch reach advantage. That means he can dictate the range if he wants to.
And our referee in charge of the action, Chris Young.
Milton Volter told us Gaston Reyno does well controlling range, but he is not a finisher. Milton Volter said, will be the finisher in this fight. Round number 1. Forward off of scratch. Blue and gold trunks for the Uruguayan Gaston Reyno. Blue and red trunks, a hop step, and a jump to the inside of the fighter from the Bronx, New York, Milton Volter. Already, Chris, we see the creativity, indeed the gamesmanship from Milton Volter. Big right hand to the inside. Reyno landed on the forward pressure of Volter. Volter now chest to chest, and there's the separation from referee Chris Young.
And you can see Volter just talking in his opponent's ear the entire time so far.
A tight, disciplined striking guard for Gaston Reyno.
I mean, just such an awkward style for Volter. He's all over the place.
Short to the inside, now into the clinch. Heavy in the overhook goes Gaston Reyno. Short left hand from Milton Volter, driving pressure. Reyno with his back against the ropes, but that gets the separation from Chris Young. 65 seconds remaining, round number 1. We're in the welterweight division. See the measuring of Milton Volter. Reyno is cut. Left side of his ear.
I can't tell if that's Reyno's cut or if that's blood from his opponent.
Smear of blood all over the face of Gaston Reyno. Reyno claiming that he took a forearm or an elbow. Soft warning given to Milton Volter by Chris Young. Forward with the right hand. Double right hand from Reyno. Overhand right back from Volter. See the blood. Left side of the face of Gaston Reyno, especially on the left part of his ear. I believe that is Reyno's blood, Chris, not Volter's.
Okay, I saw blood on Volter. I don't think Volter's cut at all. I thought his eye was cut, but I think that is blood from Reyno's head.
See the forearm shield block from Milton Volter. Chant of Uruguay in support of Gaston Reyno. 10 seconds remaining, round number 1. You just heard the 10-second clap. Reyno now coming forward. There's the right hand entry again. Counter right hand from Volter. Volter circling out. We move to round 2.
And Volter was such an awkward style. He's running away the whole time, moving, waiting, trying to draw his opponent in, and then he's trying to throw powerful shots. It's difficult to deal with a guy who's fighting in this manner. And you can just see the gamesmanship of Volter. He's really trying to get in his opponent's head.
Reyno is an extremely technical fighter. Volter is an extremely unconventional, creative fighter. There's the right hand entry again from Gaston Reyno. Double overhooks from Reyno. Gets the separation from Young. Volter on the outside. Open-chested stance. Naked left hand from Volter, and that lands.
Reyno really needs to start trying to get off first. He can't sit back and wait for his opponent and counter.
Reyno landed with that right hand. That punch is there, Chris. That step-in right hand for Gaston Reyno.
Stepping outside the lead foot, the straight left will be there all night long.
Reyno has now landed that punch 4 times in succession. Swing and a miss with the overhand right from Volter. The chant of Uruguay.
That was not the straight right. That was the hook. Opponent can get underneath it. I would like to see a straight right or even the uppercut with that right hand to the body.
Big swing and a miss from Volter.
It's that just very technical little jab, almost just an easy right hand for Reyno.
55 seconds remaining, round 2.
That's a good punch. You can't duck your head into a punch and say you hit him in the back of the head.
That's what Volter was claiming fight on from referee Chris Young, who saw that as a legal punch from Reyno.
There's some feints. That's what Reyno needs to do. Throw some feints.
There's the double right hand and a big swing and a miss from Volter. There's the smart exit Reyno talked to us about in our fighter meeting. In and then out. Much better round for Gaston Reyno. Starting to find his timing. Again, a swing and a miss from Milton Volter. Volter, though, showing real power. Showing the willingness to throw from some very unconventional angles just like that.
I mean, I love the way after Reyno throws a couple punches, Volter just sees these mocking views of like, what are you trying to do?
Open chest, hands low by design, the pull back of the head from Volter, and we are through 2 rounds.
I think Foreman did it because he didn't want to have to get back up.
That was the line from George Foreman. If I sit down, I will not be able to sit back up. Round number 3. For Volter, it's more about sending a message across the ring to Gaston Reyno. Reyno trying to send a message with that jab.
I'd like to see Reyno try to work the body a little bit.
See the skip steps of Milton Volter. It's technically illegal, those backhands to the inside. That's the conversation with Chris Young. You cannot throw that illegal backhand.
No, I don't think it would have done much damage. You get him balled up in that manner, go to the body.
Stiff straight jab from Reyno. Hard left hand from Volter, but definitely blocked from the Uruguayan Gaston Reyno. 1:15 remaining, round 3.
Just look, he's cocked, ready to throw. But I mean, I haven't seen much like this, so I'm not sure what's going on at this point.
These are big, unconventional punches from Milton Volter. Reyno's trying to stay poised, trying to stay technical.
It's hard to do when you have an opponent who's not doing so.
There's that step in right again for Gaston Reyno. That's been his most effective punch to this point in the fight. 50 seconds remaining, round 3. Volter, though, does possess power. Showing the willingness to throw from big angles, just like that on the counter right hand. Volter covering his right arm. Fight on from Chris Young. Straight right hand again from Gaston Reyno.
With the body, Reyno, he's open.
To the body indeed.
You can see that blood is really bothering Volter. He quit. He said no mas.
That is the end. The retirement mid-round, round 3. And Gaston Reyno, our BKFC commentary colleague, is now 2-0 in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Here's Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, the red corner calls a stop to this fight at 1 minute 41 seconds, round number 3. For your winner by TKO, Gaston Tonga Reyno. Reyno.
In the cruiserweight division, Steve Townsel versus Keith Richardson. Our tale of the tape is presented by Inkaholic Tattoos.
And Townsel with a 2-inch height advantage, a 1-inch reach advantage. But the thing I like is the 4-centimeter bigger fist, more surface area. Let's see if that can make the difference.
And our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn.
Steve Townsel told us, I know that Keith Richardson is very durable, but he likes to stand and trade, and when he does so, he is very hittable. Round number 1. Step in jab off from scratch for Steve Townsel. He's in the black and white trunks, black and yellow trunks for Keith Richardson. Step in right hand, a short left hand. That was slick from Townsel. Smile on the face of Townsel coming forward. A smile right back from Richardson.
Townsel hit with the jab and he left a good hit.
It's not mocking. I think the two are actually enjoying this. Check hook. Richardson trying to land. Measured start for both. A bit more aggression off from scratch from Steve Townsel. Stepping right hand again from Townsel just off the mark. Sitting on that right hand.
You can see Townsel really trying to download and find out when he can throw that straight jab or that straight left hand down the pipe.
Short jab getting through from Richardson. Just saw the diversionary right hand of Townsel. There's the respect. There's the intelligence for both fighters. 55 seconds remaining, round number 1. Double change from Townsel. Not getting through from Richardson. Right not getting through. There's a 1-2, then the left hand from Steve Townsel. Naked right back on the pole 2 from Keith Richardson. Jab from Richardson. Richardson trying to land a hook jab. There's the rear right hand that lands flush to the head from Steve Townsel. Now 25 seconds remaining, round number 1. We are at 205 pounds.
Both these guys, you can just see the good thought process going on during this fight. They're trying to find holes, doing a good job. Doing a good head move. Great job by Townsel.
Excellent head movement, the elusiveness from Steve Townsel.
And that just shows the evolution in this fight.
Stepping right hand just off the mark from Townsel. Left hand getting through just before the bell that ends round number 1. We go to silence feeds. These are two extremely nice, engaging people, Steve Townsel and Keith Richardson. When they're landing, it's not the mocking smile, it's almost the smile of hard sparring. Like, yeah, you got me. All right, I'm going to try to get you back.
Richardson is showing a tremendous chin. Jeez, he takes hard shots.
Definitely going well beyond hard sparring speed because this is a critical bout for both men in the cruiserweight division. Stepping left hand, and that drops Keith Richardson.
That straight left right down the pipe. Big shot. Let's see how hurt exactly Richardson is at this point. He's tough as nails. He's going to get up. He's going to fight.
Richardson timing that to get up at 8. No rush from Steve Townsel. Staying poised on the knockdown on this step-in left.
Surprised he's not jumping all over his opponent at this point.
There's the step-in jab on the right hand. 70 seconds remaining, round 2. Big right hand from Townsel. Smear of blood on the cheek of Richardson as he takes 3 shots, 5, and he's dropped on the left hand.
Oh, sure. You know, they say it ain't over till the fat lady sings, but she's humming pretty hard right now.
7, 8. Up at 8 again is Keith Richardson.
Smile on his face. He's ready to go. Let's see how hard Townsel goes for the finish. You have to think he's 1 or 2 punches away from stopping his opponent at this point.
Left hand, right hand. Huge round number 2 for Steve Townsel. Twice knocking down Keith Richardson here in this second round. Short shovel right hand from Richardson. Step in left again from Steve Townsel. Townsel another left hand. Switching of stances back to orthodox for Townsel. Check left hook right to the body from Richardson. And the duck under, right hand. Seeing those explosive entry punches throughout here in round number 2 to full effect for Steve Townsel. Left hand, right hand on this step in again. And we are through 2 rounds.
And Richardson was extremely lucky to make it out of that round. He was badly hurt. He's not rushing anything.
Round number number 3.
Sometimes you just want to get more ring time and get more experience.
Double jab to start the 3rd round off from scratch for Keith Richardson. Step in left hand from Townsel. The punch is there. See the redness around Keith Richardson's left eye. Measured but hard, consistent pace thus far from Steve Townsel.
Steve Townsel just fighting when he wants. He talked about dictating the pace, the range, check and check.
Right to the body from Richardson. Excellent head movement, level change. Townsel, big right hand. Now the left hand. Townsel hard to the inside. Richardson trying to counter to the body goes Steve Townsel. Left hook to the head, another left hook to the head.
Richardson's taking some massive shots.
On the left hand, right hand. Andrew Glenn taking a closer look. That is it. Victory for Steve Townsel.
And I'm glad Andy Glenn did so. I mean, Richardson's is too tough for his own good. He was taking a lot of clean, hard shots. Those were powerful, powerful punches landed by Townsel. Man, I mean, credit to both guys. That was a great fight, but man, I mean, Steve Townsel landed so hard.
Here's Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Andrew Glenn, steps in calling a stop to this fight at 55 seconds, round number 3. For your winner by TKO, Steve Tomahawk Townsel.
The best performance we've seen for Townsel. He just continues to grow as a fighter, getting better. He's going to climb the rankings. He definitely wants to get that title shot soon.
Women's bantamweights for you now. The numbers presented by Ball Boys for Christine Vicens versus Jenny Savage.
And Vicens with a 6-inch height advantage and also a 5-inch reach advantage. She wants to utilize to dictate when and where the fight happens.
And our referee in charge of the action, Sam Burgos.
Jenny Savage told us, I'm going to use a very low stance. She stands 5'2" to the 5'6" of Christine Vicens. Round number 1. Blue and pink for Christine Vicens, black for Jenny Savage. There's the left hook from Vicens.
You see the forward pressure that Vicens puts into it. Very difficult to deal with.
Hard straight punches. There's the step in right from Vicens.
Vicens can throw the uppercut. That's the punch that she needs.
Savage looking to counter the right hand. Another right hand from Vicens. Right hand again on the inside. Rapid fire start to this women's bantamweight fight.
You can just see those punches all rocking Savage.
Straight punches from Vicens. Left hook, right hook. Savage forced to play all defense early stages, round number 1.
Savage taking those well. I thought those would have dropped her. She did a great job of keeping her on her feet. Wow.
Overhand right, straight right from Vicens. Savage taking a backward step.
Savage has got to get her respect from her opponent. She's got to land a hard shot and back her off a little bit.
There's the uppercut from the half-time plumb. Barney head. One-way traffic for Christine Vicens at the moment. Right back to it from Sam Burgos. Straight right hand again. Credit Jenny Savage. She is taking these big shots exceedingly well. She takes that right hand well. But as Savage is taking punches, Vicens delivering punches. Half-tie plumb again.
That being said, Vicens is spending a lot of energy. She's really going for the knockout. If she doesn't get it, that could be a problem.
Savage hand, left hand. Sam Burgos taking a closer look. We are done. There is the win in dominant fashion for Christine Vicens.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Sam Burgos, steps in calling a stop to this fight at 1 minute 25 seconds, round number 1. For your winner by TKO, Christine La Busadora Vicens.
In the middleweight division, Francesco Ricchi versus Dallas Davison. Our tale of the tape is presented by Forged Irish Stout.
And Sean, Dallas Davison usually pretty big for this weight class. Not in this case. Ricchi with a 4-inch height advantage as well as a significant 7-inch reach advantage.
Both men up to scratch, 3 feet apart, touch of hands, round number 1. Silver, red, and blue trunks for Dallas Davison, silver and green trunks for Francesco Ricchi. This thing at 6'4", Davison 6 foot even.
I like what Ricchi's doing at this point. He's trying to throw uppercuts. He's making it difficult for him to get in without paying the price.
That elbow almost getting through unintentional from Davison. No worries, fight on. No complaint at all from Francesco Ricchi. Ricchi in a very tall stance, throwing that left hand.
Ricchi just looking to counter at this point. He's waiting. As soon as he sees Davison take a step forward, he's throwing punches.
Step in, there's the pressure from Davison.
Well defended, though, by Ricchi. Look how relaxed Ricchi seems to be at this point.
Ricchi in this very tall, come forward aggressive stance, really accentuating this 4-inch height advantage over Davison. Check left hook.
But Davison doing exactly what he needs to do. He's best when he's coming forward. It's just difficult to do against a guy like Ricchi.
Davison was going for that audacious lead left uppercut. Couldn't find it with the creativity there. These are two very talented fighters. Very powerful fighters with a lot of creativity. There's the left hook. That was creative from Ricchi on cue.
And what Ricchi's doing, he's just mirroring his opponent's hips, getting right in front of him, making him come forward and his counter.
30 seconds remaining, round number 1. We're in the middleweight division. Hard left hand. Good right hand from Francesco Ricchi. Davison, you see that high, tight striking guard to do that. Explode to the inside, but well defended by Ricchi. Check hook.
I mean, Davison's doing a lot of good things. It's just Ricchi's doing a little bit better at this point.
See the talking between the two fighters, almost playful. Huge respect flowing in both directions. Shuffle step from Davison, jab to the body. That ends round number 1. We go to Cyrus. See zero animosity between Francesco Ricchi, Davison. Touch of hands, there's a hard right hand that lands from Ricchi.
What a counter by Ricchi. As soon as Davison comes in with a punch, he's getting countered.
Shuffle left hook just off the mark from Ricchi. Davison trying to time the entry, explode in with the right hand. Right hand again. Strong sequence from Davison. That turned Ricchi back to the center circle. Davison again, hard to the inside.
Davis throwing hard punches the entire time. He's got to be careful not to gas himself out with those hard shots.
See the back pedal by design from Davison, resetting on the outside. Long jab from Ricchi did not land, but took Davison off his striking line. Rear right uppercut off the mark from Davison.
Ricchi with a much better percentage. Davison trying to get in and throw hard shots. It's very difficult against a guy like Ricchi. And just look how relaxed and calm Ricchi is. I mean, he's not wasting any energy. He's in his range a lot more than Davison is in his. So when you're in someone's range, you have to keep your hands up. You got to get tired yourself out, and that's what's happening to Davison at this point.
Full push away from Davison. No warning from Chris Young. Did it to create space, and there's a hard left hand that drops Davison.
Right on the money. Davison's trying to get up. He's done.
The count of 9, the count of 10, and a huge one-punch win for Francesco Ricchi.
Many times that was the best performance we've seen. Just relax, blocking, no left hand. Carves the opponent coming in, like I said. I mean, Davison had to come in and try and push his opponent back, but very difficult to do against a guy like Ricchi with a great counter in that manner.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Chris Young, reaches the count of 10 at 1 minute 27 seconds, round number 2. For your winner by KO, Francesco Ricchi.
This has all of the ingredients to be a really entertaining fight. Set for the lightweight division, the numbers presented by Fubo TV for Howard Davis versus Draco Rodriguez.
And Howard Davis very big for this weight class. You can see a 5-inch height advantage as well as a significant 8-inch reach advantage he needs to utilize to control the distance in this fight.
Draco Rodriguez said, constant feints to draw out Howard Davis, constant angles as I move forward. Round number 1. Both fighters, as you see in the black and white trunks, blue hand wraps for Howard Davis, red hand wraps for Draco Rodriguez. Davis making himself low to get to the inside, heavy to the clinch, and there's the full takedown in the half guard. Stand up immediately for Andrew Glenn, obviously ruling a takedown or double slip.
It was a good takedown.
Again, Rodriguez, 2 fights in the UFC. His takedown in the half guard Not so effective under these unified rules of bare knuckle fighting.
Might have been a statement he was making.
Back to it. Swing and a miss with the lead left hand from Ortho. There's the step in with the 1-2, Davis.
That's what Davis needs to utilize, that reach. He can touch his opponent when his opponent can't touch him.
Davis, as you see, heavy on the front shoulder. There's the foot feint from Howard Davis. Rodriguez on the outside, 1-2 again. Davis really trying to turn over the two. Somewhere between a cross and an overhand. Just like that, hard again to the inside. Big left hand. Left hand again. There's the head movement, the exit from Draco Rodriguez. Strong start round number 1 for Howard Davis, bouncing the step of Rodriguez, but he's been forced to play a lot of defense early.
Absolutely, Howard Davis looking very good, very crisp at this point. Draco really playing defense the entire time.
Step in 1-2 again, double unders. Just the separation, 35 seconds remaining, round number 1. Right back to it from Andrew Glenn. Continue bouncing the step of Draco Rodriguez. Hot forward pressure from Howard Davis, cool as you like. Hook jab to the body just off the mark. These long punches though, Chris, whether they land or not, keeping Draco Rodriguez off the striking line, and there's the full rush entry by Rodriguez.
I like what Draco did there, push off that back foot, got in, didn't quite land with the big punches, but he continued to do so, he will.
See the feints in and out from Rodriguez. 1-2-1, just before the bell. Next stop, round 2.
You can really see at the end of that round, Draco was really starting to find his way in, find his timing. Very difficult against a guy like Howard Davis trying to throw punches and him trying to fire back.
You're too fast for him. Get out of there. Get out of there. There you go. Now do it. 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 Get out.
You just hear the corner of Howard Davis. Great corner. Great job.
In that corner, Ada Velez, the former IBF Women's Super Bantamweight World Champion. Round number 2. And looking for the explosive entry, but not finding it there, Draco Rodriguez.
Draco has to continue to move in, throw power shots. He can't let Davis dictate the pace.
Davis wide stance, jab to the body. Rodriguez 5'9", Davis 6'2". Accentuated because Davis favors that very tall traditional boxing stance. Much lower traditional MMA stance for Draco Rodriguez.
You can, in the first round, it was constantly HD pushing his opponent backwards. It's quite the opposite in the second round.
Trying to mirror the hips of Davis, Draco Rodriguez. 65 seconds remaining, round 2.
Draco's doing a great job of mirroring his opponents into not landing many punches so far.
To the inside, both fighters throwing to the body. Hard exit from Davis. Draws a mocking smile on the face of Draco Rodriguez. Rodriguez continuing the bounce, continuing the move. Staff jab from Draco Rodriguez. Not getting through the guard.
You can see Draco really starting to feel it much more than it was in the first round. Took him where they could go, but he's looking much better.
He's pulling back that left hook mid-flight. And land that jab.
Now Howard Davis starting to come forward.
The left hand just off the mark from Rodriguez. Stiff jab. Rodriguez starting to find his jab, and now you see the mocking playfulness from Rodriguez.
Got to be careful against a guy like Davis. Keeping those hands down is dangerous.
Rodriguez actually sticking out his tongue, throwing the jab again. Overhand right misses from Davis. A mocking smile in reply from Davis. The temperature getting turned up even higher. We go to round 3.
And what a difference a round makes. Rodriguez looking very good that round. Throw those hooks, throw those combinations. You can't just throw the 1-2 all the time.
Round number 3. Rodriguez by design taking himself off from scratch to do that, explode in. Soft warning to Rodriguez by referee Andrew Glenn, getting heavy on the head, the neck. Howard Davis, you cannot use that push down in your clinch lead. There's that jab again. Rodriguez starting to find that.
He's landed that several times. Once he starts following that with a 2, could be dropping.
2 just off the mark for 1 landed, the 2 did not from Davis. Overhead right from Howard Davis. Rodriguez circling up.
There's the feints. Draco kept talking about, throw a lot of feints. Starting to do so.
Rodriguez feinting with the up jab. Overhand right entry again. Hard left hand down the straight to the inside. Big shots from
throwing everything in the kitchen sink at him. He's got to be careful not to gas himself out.
35 seconds remaining, round 3. I thought this would be a great fight. This is most definitely a great fight to this point. Rodriguez coming forward, but takes that rear left hand from Davis. Back to southpaw to throw the rear 2 again. Finder jab from ortho for Draco Rodriguez. 10-second clack, acknowledged by Andrew Glenn. There's the left hand hard to the head on the jump in from Draco Rodriguez. We go to round 4. Both fighters towing the line, up to scratch, sporting touch of hands. Round number 4 on the call of knuckle up from Andrew Glenn.
Draco.
Start off from scratch to round 4 for Draco Rodriguez.
You can tell Draco feels like he lost that last round. He needs to come back and redeem himself in this round.
Not getting through from Davis, parried by Rodriguez.
You can see all that damage really done in the 3rd round for Howard Davis. That's what really throws this lopsided.
2 to the body as you see Davis back to ortho. There's that jab from Rodriguez.
He needs to follow that jab up. He can't just continue to land one jab.
To the body. Beautiful turn from Davis. That is definitely a new element to his game, that inside fighting. Hook jab. Davis trying to reply with the up jab. Heavy feint from Howard Davis. 50 seconds remaining, round 4. Rodriguez continually moving, upper body movement, footwork, head movement to the clinch, half tie plunge seized by Draco Rodriguez. Good exit from Howard Davis. Step in right again from Davis. Getting late here in round number 4. 20 seconds remaining in the 4th round. Long straight jab from Davis, right hand. Rodriguez circling out, looking for the entry to the mid-range. 2 off the mark, a downward 2. Not quite a full overhand from Howard Davis. There's a left hand from Rodriguez. That was clever, that landed flush. And that is the end of round 4 as we move to the 5th and final round.
Hell yeah, buddy. Hell yeah. Hey.
What thus far has been an outstanding fight in the stacked BKFC 155-pound division. 2 elites at 155. Davis, who entered on 7 wins in BKFC. Draco Rodriguez, the UFC veteran, who entered at 2-0 in BKFC. 5th and final round, fully underway. Fast start to round 5, the final round of this fight for Davis.
Davis doing exactly what he needed to get out and pushing the pace, landing hard shots.
See the feint on the level change, the step feint from Davis. Such a great contrast in styles. Chris Davis with his amateur boxing base, Rodriguez with his MMA base. Little touch of hands. Back to it. No complaint from Draco Rodriguez.
And when Howard Davis has been able to utilize that reach, he does very well. Stays long, 1-2s. He dominates, but when Rodriguez is able to get inside, he does good work.
Both fighters have taken their respective bases and made them work in bare knuckle. Davis using that tall stance, long straight punches. Rodriguez, the hard entry jabs, the hard explosions in, but there's the hard 1-1-2 right back from Howard Davis.
Howard Davis is being way more active, throwing and landing more shots thus far.
Jab from Davis, right hand, left hand. 40 seconds remaining in this fight. Rodriguez to the mid-range, still looking for the entry. There was a left hand getting through from Davis. That was slick. Back to the jab for Howard Davis from ortho. Hard right hand. Looking for the pull to his Rodriguez. He circles out.
See, Rodriguez doing a good job of avoiding these. Rodriguez, I should say, avoiding these shots, but he's not landing enough, in my opinion.
Davis Getting his jab going to full effect here in the 5th and final round. Left hook. 10-second clock, acknowledged by Andrew Glenn. Final seconds of this lightweight fight. Both men looking for one more significant punch. It will not come, and that is the end of a very entertaining bout. We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to the decision, let's have a big round of applause for these two warriors. After completing the scheduled 5 rounds, our judges send in a split decision. Eliseo Rodriguez, 48-47 in favor of Rodriguez. Mark Streisand, 49-46 in favor of Davis. And Michael Tate, 48-47 to the winner by split decision. Howard H.D.
Russia brings you our tale of the tape for this bout in the bantamweight division. Justin Ibarrola versus Roberto Armas.
Slight 2-inch height advantage for Ibarrola, as well as a 3-inch reach advantage. Not that much for this weight class, Sean.
Justin Ibarrola told us, I respect the toughness, I respect the cardio of Roberto Armas. I know he'll be aggressive, but I believe he will be very open, very hittable when he becomes aggressive. Round number 1. Forward out from scratch comes Roberto Armas. He's in the white trunks, black trunks, and the cowboy boots for Justin Ibarrola.
Well, Armas does a great job of getting you to fight his fight. If he does so, he's going to wear you out. Ibarrola cannot play his game.
To the body from Ibarrola. Little jab is the rangefinder for Roberto Armas. Step in with the right hand and the left hand. 2-1, not a 2-3, but 2-1 for Ibarrola.
And look at how Armas is constantly in your face, making you have your guard up the entire time.
Right back, there's the 2.
Sean, so many people are used to just taking breaks when they want. Armas is not going to let that happen.
Armas to the mid-range. Ibarrola on his back foot to do that. Throw the right hand, but a right hand to reply from Roberto Armas. Here's the right hand. Ibarrola trying to sit on that right hand and then really turn it over, but here's the forward pressure of Roberto Armas, relentless to start this fight. 55 seconds remaining round 1.
Armas makes it so difficult for you to set your feet and throw those powerful shots because it's constantly trying to push you backwards.
We start from San Burgos, right hand from Ibarrola. Right back to the mid-range comes Roberto Armas. He's sitting on the outside center circle, right hook to the body. Ibarrola circling on the outside, on his back foot. There's the jab again from Armas on his front foot. Armas hard right to the body, left hand.
Roberto Armas is just looking so good at this point. That pace he puts is so difficult to deal with.
Right hook to the body again for Armas. Strong opening round for Roberto Armas. Ibarrola sitting back, trying to assess. Putting on the pressure early stages. Roberto Armas, we are through round 1. Chris, you just heard Josh Dyer say to Roberto Armas, when you get Ibarrola against the ropes, keep him there.
Well, even like in his last fight, he got his opponent against ropes. They had a big exchange and it wore his opponent out.
Round number 2. Swing with the left hand from Ibarrola off the mark. Ibarrola to the jab. Armas extremely active with his jab from Ortho in round number 1 and trying to be active to start round number 2 with the jab. Shuffle left hand from Ibarrola. Ibarrola now measuring, overhand right. There's the hard entry again. Defensive clinch from Ibarrola. Armas on the exit. Just swing and a miss on the rear bolo punch with the right hand from Justin Ibarrola.
But those heavy punches, even when he misses, that wears you out. Ibarrola cannot throw hard punches at time and still miss his opponent. Those wear him down.
Left hand. Slick from Armas getting through. Ibarrola trying to time the jab, but doing so moving backwards, now moving forward. Again, pushed backwards on his striking line is Justin Ibarrola by his forward pressure of Roberto Armas. What did Armas tell us? Be creative, be unconventional, be active with my jab. Thus far it's check, check, and check. Early stages, 50 seconds remaining, round number 2. And this is a strong start to this critical bantamweight fight for Roberto Armas.
So even when he's getting hit, he just comes forward with more pressure. It really affects the judge. They see a guy getting hit and he comes forward. They're like, no, that didn't hurt him bad.
Left hand step in, left hand again from Ibarrola. Big swings, left hand once more from Justin Ibarrola.
Once again, like I said, he landed, but look, Arnold keeps coming forward and pushes his opponent back. That does actually make an impression in the judges.
To the clinch. Smart defensive clinch to change the rhythm from Ibarrola. Right here and round number 2. This fight will have serious ramifications across the entire BKFC bantamweight division. Justin Ibarrola versus Roberto Armas. Next up, round 3.
And it looks like you can just see the pace slowing a little bit for Ibarrola.
Let it go. Hey, look.
Call of knuckle up from Sam Burgos to round number 3.
Sean, Paige Van Zandt may be back. What do you think about that?
I'm a massive Paige Van Zandt fan. As for her husband, Austin Vanderford. I'd like to see both of them at BKFC.
Not fight each other, though. That wouldn't be fair.
That would not be good. I've commentated for some promotions that might try to make that fight, but we would not here at BKFC.
Yeah, we're not one of them.
All of whom have gone out of business. And right, not there.
Armas has got to continue to apply the pressure. He's got to push his opponent back, but good job by Ibarrola.
The 1-1-2, it did push back Roberto Armas, but Armas resetting to the mid-range. Left hand. 65 seconds remaining, round 3. Chris, to this point in the fight, this has largely been front foot for Roberto Armas, back foot for Justin Ibarrola.
Ibarrola trying to throw counter with some powerful shots, but Armas just continues to push forward.
2 getting through from Ibarrola, and then jab getting through right back with authority from Roberto Armas.
Every time he gets hit, Armas comes with a hard right hand to the body. Sometimes it lands, sometimes it doesn't, but he's throwing it.
Armas resetting. Stalking pressure to the center circle, again to the mid-range for Armas, right hand. Armas open-chested, feeling his cardio, feeling his movement, feeling his creativity. Rolla. His back foot, loading up the right hand to the body. Sweeping left hook from Armas. Left hand right back from Ibarrola in reply. The right hand. Ibarrola pulling back the right mid-flight. The bell. We move to round 4.
If he steps on the gas and really pushes his opponent back, that's his best chance.
False start. The fighter's a bit too keen. Now round number 4 underway. Really to the jab goes Roberto Armas. Armas started this fight up from scratch with the jab, Chris, and he has been relentless with the jab. The jab from Armas.
Sir.
Trying to find his jab. Circling out. On the level change. And right out there. Consistently though, Chris, to this point in the fight, Armas is living in that mid-range pressuring forward.
Just really, he's in the mid-range, but he's in and out. It's hard to pin down, hard to throw punches against because he's not going to be there. And when you do throw a punch, he always follows up with that right hand of the body, just like you see.
The left hand. The change to the body from Ibarrola. That's a very defensive clinch for Ibarrola. I think that is smart and fair play to change the rhythm. See if indeed it does change the rhythm. Armas undaunted, right back to it, to the mid-range. And not getting through from Ibarrola. Jab to the body. 35 seconds remaining, round 4. Slight trickle of blood. Justin Ibarrola's left eye.
I mean, this is definitely a pace. Not that Ibarrola wants. This is exactly what Armas wants.
Here's the takedown. Both fighters to the canvas. Double slip, obviously, ruled as such by San Burgos. Soft warning given to Ibarrola for that takedown by Burgos. No complaint whatsoever from Armas. 10-second clap. Late here in round number 4. Overhand right just off the mark from Armas. Armas back to the jab. Heavy front shoulder for Ibarrola as we move to the 5th and final round. Slap of hands. Bumping of fists. 5th and final round underway. Justin Ibarrola, who entered this bantamweight bout 7-0. Roberto Armas in his 9th BKFC fight.
Armas said, I'm going to split this round. He said, you continue to push the pace and wear his opponent out.
Ibarrola partially through hands.
Good combination thrown by Ibarrola. But right back is Armas.
Goes to the body, swinging and miss with the right hook. Long jab. There's the cracking too from Ibarrola. He's been sitting on that punch, trying to time it. See excellent upper body movement, excellent head movement of Roberto Armas that has been on display throughout this fight. As I say that, you see the pull immediately from Armas. Armas has been a very elusive target, Chris.
Yeah,
and yet, irony of ironies, he's largely been in the mid-range, but he has not been hittable in the mid-range.
Because he's in and out, he's moving his body, and every time his opponent does throw a punch, he follows with some good counters. Very difficult for you to throw a combination against a guy when he's firing back.
Fighters that you see in the center circle. Jab from Ibarrola. 50 seconds remaining in this fight.
I mean, you can tell that Ibarrola is throwing harder punches. I don't know how many of them are landing, though.
To the body, there's a big right hand to the head from Ibarrola in reply. Armas walking through it.
I didn't like that.
He took that exceedingly well. As they were pulling back that left hook. The front shoulder again for Ibarrola. Bladed stance now for Armas. Right uppercut misses from Ibarrola. 20 seconds remaining in this fight. Overhand right from Roberto Armas. Armas again cutting the distance, driving Ibarrola backwards. Chris, in close rounds, you know this, I know this, forward pressure often is the deciding factor.
Let's see if it's that forward pressure, if it's his power shots that Ibarrola keeps throwing.
Short right hand, left hand just before the bell lands from Roberto Armas, and that is the end of the fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after completing the scheduled 5 rounds, our judges send in a split decision. Manuel Marquez, 48-47, in favor of Ibarrola. Eliseo Rodriguez, 48-47, in favor of Armas. And Mark Streisand, 48-47, to the winner by split decision. Justin Joy Boy Ibarrola!
And in his toughest fight to date, Ibarrola comes through, just did enough, landed enough hard shots to get the victory.
That's real quality from both fighters, and the celebration begins for Justin Ibarrola. Feature fight time. We go to the lightweight division. The numbers presented by Amnesia Vodka for Brian Duran versus Robbie Peralta.
Sean, these guys are almost identical on the tail of the tape. Both guys 5'7", fist size, the same weight, only 0.2 of an ounce difference, or of a pound. Only difference, a 1-inch reach advantage for Duran.
Brian Duran told us, I definitely respect the toughness of Robbie Peralta. I think he will keep coming forward the clinch. I have to keep landing to his body as he comes forward. Forward up from scratches, Brian Duran. Born in Cuba, based here in Florida. He's in the blue trunks. White trunks for the Californian Robbie Peralta. The left hook. Right hand now for Peralta.
Peralta throwing hard punches. He will want to work the body of his opponent.
The front shoulder for Duran coming forward. More open-chested stance for Robbie Peralta. Front step from both men. Once again, there's the jab.
Both these guys trying to throw some level changes, some feints. We're trying to figure out the opponent and try and see the reaction.
seeing the foot feints, the step feints from Duran. Jab to the body from Robbie Peralta. 1-2 to the body from Peralta. Sweeping left hook on the entry from Duran. Trying to time his explosions. Again, he told us in our fighter meeting, use my speed to set my power punches. Jab right back from Peralta. The fighters who you see in the orthodox stance. Slight forward pressure now from Brian Duran to the body. To the body again, 45 seconds remaining round one. Hook getting through from Peralta, left hand again.
And these guys both seem extremely quick.
Two very fast and very hard-hitting 155ers.
Exactly, fast and accurate.
Took off the mark. Left hook to the body from Duran there was clever. Coming forward, right hand. Left hand getting through, big right hand. Oh, right hand again, counter from Peralta on the right hand. Peralta to the body.
And these guys are throwing hard shots.
Final seconds. A very entertaining round number one. Both fighters showing their speed, showing their punching power.
And showing their chin. They both took some massive shots.
Touch of hands, we go to round two. The fighters you see bouncing in the center circle now coming up to scratch. Chris Young starts round two. As he did to start round number one, immediately forward off of the scratch line for Brian Duran. Fighters canceling out the jab simultaneously. With the knuckle.
And every time one guy throws, the other guy counters very well. Very technical, good technical battle we have.
See the open hands of Duran, but he could not catch that right hand from Peralta, who turned it over short and sharp. Hard to the body goes Peralta. Left to the head. Jab to the body again. Because we're starting to see the accumulation. Straight punches to the body from Robbie Peralta. There's a straight right to the head. Counter right to the head from Duran. 1:05 remaining round two. Extremely measured, extremely tactical from both fighters. And a moment of recklessness on either side.
Just nice, tight punches. Very measured.
See the feint right back. For the level change, Duran could not find it. 35 seconds remaining, round two of this lightweight bout. The right hand of Peralta definitely blocked by Duran. Smear of blood now under the right eye, Brian Duran. He's cut corner of his right eye on the outside corner. That's jab. Jab again getting through from Brian Duran. Overhand right, not there. Peralta trying to counter, coming forward. Jab right back from Peralta. To the body. Next stop, round three. Now Chris Young starts the third round. Oh! From Peralta from scratch, and that drops Brian Duran.
And that was huge in this fight, Sean. That makes it a 10-8 round unless Duran can do something meaningful in this round.
It's the mandatory 8 from Chris Young, right back to it. You saw Duran down up instantly, but still has to take the mandatory 8 under the unified rules of bare knuckle fighting. Jab from Peralta.
Looks like that was just a fight that caught him off balance. Wasn't ready for it. Doesn't look like he's really hurt though so far.
Right hand getting through again. Fast jab from Peralta. Peralta now cut under his right eye, high on his cheekbone. Big swings on the inside for both men. Another right hand from Knockdown number 2.
Beautiful right hand by Peralta. Caught him in the mix. Duran might be a little hurt right now.
Duran literally running forward to the mid-range. Twice off the canvas. Brian Duran here in round 3. Peralta now cut under both eyes. Overhand right again.
Duran ending way too many punches at this point.
for Robbie Peralta, but Brian Duran still standing chest to chest in the mid-range. Duran taking a backward step.
Duran taking these punches, but man, it is doing damage. He can't keep taking these shots.
Huge overhand right again on the counter. Peralta to the ring ropes, not ruled a knockdown by Chris Young.
Could have been called a knockdown. Duran needs a knockdown badly at this point.
Final seconds, round number 3. A huge round 3 for Robbie Peralta. Twice knocking down Brian Duran, but Duran still in this fight. The talk continues. We move to round 4.
And Kai Stewart just really calling out the entire 55-pound division. You have to love that.
Jab to the body from Peralta. Overhand right.
And you can see Peralta, he's just empowered with that last round. Feels like he's in complete control, wants to come forward in the night. And you can see Peralta landing a lot more punches in this fight.
Shuffle step from Duran to reset. Big right hand again on the step in from Peralta.
And it just seems like at this point, Peralta cannot miss.
Here's the jab from Robbie Peralta. Duran trying to be patient, trying to land his power, but Peralta continuing to land in the interim. 105 remaining round 4. Deeper swelling under both of Peralta's eyes. Right hand again. Duran trying to counter, and he does with the right hand with his back off the ropes.
Big right hand by Duran. He's got to follow up this point. He has his opponent a little hurt.
Overhand right, partially blocked.
He's out there.
Duran just grabbed his shoulders. You saw him takes that right hand.
Duran was trying to showboat a little bit, and he paid the price.
Body goes Peralta to the head on the left hand.
Duran still taking way too many shots. He just seems like he doesn't mind.
Run forward punches. There's the uppercut into the clinch. Half-tie plug now snatched by Duran. Half-tie plug right back by Peralta. Right hand on the exit. Left hand, right hand. Final seconds, round 4. Hands down for Brian Duran. Coming forward. Left hook off the mark. We move to the 5th and final round.
This could be a problem.
Robbie Peralta's left eye nearly swollen shut. First appearance of the night of Dr. Don Muzzi, Chief Medical Officer of BKFC. Now the assessment of Duran.
Okay.
The left eye of Peralta is cleared. The right shoulder of Duran is cleared. Kai Stewart, our BKFC 145-pound world champion, shows his approval. 5th and final round underway of this lightweight bout.
Duran needs to throw a lot of right hands and land on that eye.
There's the right hand from Peralta. Looming large, round number 3, presumably. 10-7 across the board. Peralta twice dropping Brian Duran in the 3rd round.
And Duran has got to get a knockdown in this round, you have to think. And I just don't see that sense of urgency yet for Duran. He needs to go all out.
80 seconds remaining, 5th and final round. Open-chested is Duran on the jab. Jab right back from Peralta.
Haven't seen
the jab once more.
Haven't seen Duran throw that right hand to the eye. Be trying to target that the entire time this round. Try to bust it open, try and get a stoppage.
Jab to the body. Peralta's done that effectively. He's done that effectively to that right hand to the head.
Huge right hand for Peralta.
Sweeping. Jab to that eye from Brian Duran. Jab to the body from Peralta on the hook jab. 45 seconds remaining in this fight. There's the jab again from Robbie Peralta.
And I'm not sure if it's the arm or the shoulder of Duran that's giving him problems, but he's not throwing that right hand very much anymore.
And now measuring with the rear right hand from Orthodox, something you do not see very often. Measuring is almost always from the lead hand, but Duran measuring from the rear hand from Ortho. There's the left hand again. Right-handed reply to the head from Peralta. Still Duran comes forward.
I feel like that right hand, that right shoulder is really bothering Duran. That's why he's just throwing the left hook.
And once more from Peralta. Going forward again. Duran throws the right hand there. On the left hook. And that is the end of the fight.
Man, what a war between those two guys.
Hard Rock Live. Let's hear it one time for these two lightweight warriors. After completing the scheduled 5 rounds, here are the score totals from our judges at ringside. Michael Tate scores the fight 48-46 in favor of Peralta. Manuel Marquez and Eliseo Rodriguez both see the fight 47-47. Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is ruled a majority draw.
Hey, 6 rounds, man.
The numbers now for this are co-main event of the evening, presented by Blackout Coffee. For the BKFC Interim Flyweight title, G. Perez versus Andrew Strode.
And interesting enough, Strode with a 1-inch height advantage. However, Guillermo with a 5-inch reach advantage he wants to utilize to dictate when and where this fight happens.
Round number 1. Black and blue trucks for Andrew Strode. Black and white trucks for G. Perez.
And look, Perez coming up to make a statement early.
See the up and down with the upper body movement of G. Perez. Strode looking to parry, swing and a miss with the left hand for Andrew Strode. Oh. There's the left hand, that turns G. Perez 360. Jab from Strode. These are two exceedingly fast 125ers, but they're also two very powerful 125ers. Perez trying to range find on the jab. Strode on the outside. High tight striking guard for Andrew Strode.
And that
step in right hand.
A power punch really caught G. Perez's attention. He's changed the way he's coming out.
With the left hand. Step in left hand sweeping from Strode. Almost took himself off balance. Now resetting in a very wide stance as Andrew Strode. A more measured stance for G. Perez. Right hand on the duck under left hand.
Both guys have done some damage to each other. They both landed with power.
Perez now coming forward on the right hand.
Both guys have to respect each other at this point. It has really changed the tone of this fight.
Both fighters having their moments here in round number 1. 25 seconds remaining in the opening round. Right hand, there's the entry. Too heavy on the neck for referee Andrew Glenn, caused the separation immediately. High forearm shield. And that striking guard for Perez. Strode trying to big step in. Couldn't find those punches. Big steps again from Strode just before the bell. Then it's round number 1.
Well, there at the end, Strode really was coming forward with pressure, but man, his feet were not underneath him.
The fighters up to scratch. Round number 2. First jab it off the mark for Strode. First jab again off the mark.
And let's see if Perez tries to land the right hand. His opponent's left eye seems to be starting to swell.
The left hook just off the mark for Perez. These fighters are fast offensively and they're fast defensively. Heavier front shoulder coming forward for G. Perez. Jab to the body. Strode by design taking himself to the outside, now getting on his bike. Other edges of the BKFC ring to do that. Step in with the right hand. Slight swelling above G. Perez's right eye. 55 seconds remaining round 2.
I mean, such a technical fight. You can see both guys just waiting to counter because they're so fast.
Running forward into the pocket now, Andrew Strode.
That's something we haven't seen from Strode. Just came running in.
35 seconds remaining, round 2. Perez raises his guard. That's the right uppercut in the last exchange. Strode talked to us about how he felt his cardio was on point. He is continuing to move and moving at range. Step-in naked right hand from Strode. The idea was there, it did not land. Well defended by Perez. We are through 2 rounds.
Oh, that was a huge overhand right that cut the ear of G. Perez.
This is a medical timeout.
I think it is going to be about that ear, Sean.
Sir Don Mucci, Chief Medical Officer, BKFC, past president of the Association of Ringside Physicians, now looking at that ear. This fight is over. Huge disappointment for G. Perez. And here is this celebration for the new BKFC Interim Flyweight Champion, Andrew Strode.
And very unfortunate that's how the fight had to end, but we've seen it, Sean. That's the second time we've seen a fight stop due to earlobe being cut. The reason is if that falls off, you cannot reattach it. You can't sew it back on. That's just how it is. The cartilage, that's not how it works with any other part. Sometimes you can. Very disappointing for G. Perez, but man, you have to think you have to be back because it wasn't because he really lost due to anything besides that earlobe.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the advice of our ringside physician, our referee in charge, Andrew Glenn, calls a stop to this fight at the conclusion of round number 2. And this fight is declared no contest. Therefore, the Interim Flyweight Championship remains vacant.
In the heavyweight division, Leonardo Perdomo versus Arnold A.J. Adams.
And you can see 4-inch height advantage as well as a 5-inch reach advantage for Adams. And he has to utilize every inch of that reach. He cannot let Perdomo get inside and land those power shots.
A.J. Adams told us, I have to use my jab, I have to use my movement, I have to be slick throughout. Round number 1, black and white trucks for the Cuban Leonardo Perdomo. Black and purple trucks for the former 2-time BKFC heavyweight world champion Arnold A.J. Adams. To the surprise of no one, including Adams, fast start for Perdomo.
And there is exactly what Adams needs to do. Duck that head, move out of the way, you can't take shots.
Overhand left, there's the uppercut from the half-time punch. Punch to the ground at Arnold A.J. Adams.
Huge mistake. I don't know if Adams is getting up. Hit him hard on the ground.
What we don't know is if Zambo was going to rule that as a knockdown or a slip. Right now, that does not matter because it was clear that Perdomo punched the ground at Adams.
Listen up. After 5 minutes.
Let me see what he does here.
Just telling Adams you have up to 5 minutes to recover.
1 point. Hit him on the ground.
The immediate 1-point deduction issued to Perdomo by Zambo.
1 point.
And to be honest with you, I think he's lucky. That's a 1 point. It could be 2 points because he did damage.
Hit him on the ground.
From the guillotine.
No, papi, no puedes dar en el piso,
Punch to the ground at
no le puedes dar en el piso, estamos claros.
Adams has 5 minutes, I believe, to recover from that.
He hit him in the ground. There's no knockdown. No.
I mean, that was a ferocious pace they were going at too, Sean.
Zambo's just informing Tim Shipman, the head of the Florida Commission, at the Florida Commission table, it was not a knockdown.
Well, it looked like he hit him, but he kind of forced him to the ground. That's why it wasn't called a knockdown, I believe.
If it was ruled a knockdown, the knockdown would stand and then the point deduction would happen, but it is not a knockdown.
You see Perdomo just came over and tapped Bomaye and said, get up, come on, let's fight. Adams does have, he definitely wants to utilize his full time. You cannot come out and fight Perdomo if you're not 100%.
Fair play to Adams. He had up to 5 minutes to recover. He took less than 2 minutes. Right back to it. Unofficial is our clock. Florida keeps the official time. Big swings right back. Looking to counter. Down goes Arnold Adams. That is a clean knockdown.
Didn't even see that punch. How hurt is he? Oh, jeez. He's done. Wow.
Count of 10. Adams thought that he was short counted. And Leonardo Perdomo now 8-0 with 8 first-round finishes in BKFC.
That was strange. You just see Adams continue to sit there and wait. He didn't know that they weren't counting. You know, the referee's job is to pick up the count. By the time he picked up the count, he got in his face, but it was too late.
Absolutely correct, Chris. So Perdomo knocks down Adams. Perdomo does not go to a neutral part of the ring. You see that he is circling around the ring. Sam Burgos does not delay the count. He simply does not yet pick up the count. But the count goes from the timekeeper here in Florida. Burgos then picks up the count. Adams does not realize how deep the count is. It hits 10. Adams then immediately starts to complain that he was short counted.
Well, I think the reason that would be, I remember one time when Adams knocked his opponent down and he stayed right in his face. The opponent, the referee pushed him back and then he picked up the count. He did give him more time to recover. That was not what happened in this case.
Not without controversy, but Leonardo Perdomo keeps on rolling.
Throwing just power shots. There was the right hand to the jaw. And look, counting the knockdown, Perdomo continued to run, not going to the corner. Like I said, that happened to Adams, and I think he lost the fight because he stayed too close. The referee stopped the count and pushed him into the corner. That didn't happen in this fight.
Again, it goes to procedure, and the procedure was excellent. Burgos is not going to start his count at 1. First he has to assess Adams. Then he has to put Perdomo in a neutral part of the ring, and then he picks up the count. So there is Burgos ruling the knockdown.
So that's him trying to get Perdomo away. But what does he do? He picks up the count. And Adams,
count, and that is 10.
Adams didn't think he heard anything. What is, oh.
Now a brawl starting in the ring. Adams definitely felt that he was short counted, but that is correct procedure from referee Sam Burgos. It is the timekeeper here in Florida. Every commission is different, but that's standard operating procedure for most commissions. Sam Burgos picks up the count. He's verbally saying the numbers, so Adams is hearing those numbers. He's hearing 8, he's hearing 9, and he's hearing 10.
Yes, but that's the thing. I think the time before when Adams lost the title, he got the knockdown and they stopped it. They didn't let him, as he was standing too close, they stopped the count and let his opponent get a longer count. That's what I think he got. All of a sudden he thinks he's going to get a 1 count, and he was at 6. He didn't expect it.
So procedurally with the referee, if you have now picked up the count from the timekeeper and you still cannot get the fighter to a neutral part of the ring, or if they come out of that neutral part, then you stop your count. But key here is that Sam Burgos did not pick up the count with the histrionics and the circling of Perdomo. So all of that was occurring while the timekeeper is counting. Burgos then gets Perdomo to where he wants him, a neutral part of the BKFC ring, picks up the count. Adams did not realize that the count was that deep. That's the controversy. But Leonardo Perdomo is now 8-0 with 8 first-round finishes in bare knuckle fighting championship.
Relax.
Here is Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Sam Burgos, steps in calling a stop to this fight at 1 minute 26 seconds, round number 1. For your winner by KO.